Christian demonology. The basic concept of Christian demonology revolves around the belief that demons are fallen angels who rebelled against God. These entities are led by Satan, the chief adversary, and are believed to be actively working to lead humans away from God's path. The idea of spiritual warfare, where Christians must resist and combat demonic influences through faith, prayer, and moral living, is central to this belief system. Throughout history, Christian demonologists have sought to understand the nature of demons, their hierarchy, and their methods of influencing the world. One famous example is the medieval text Malleus Maleficarum, which was used to identify and combat witchcraft and demonic influence during the Inquisition. Demons in Christian demonology are often characterized as deceitful, malevolent, and powerful beings capable of influencing both the physical and spiritual realms. They exploit human weaknesses, such as fear, greed, and pride, to achieve their goals. Islamic demonology. Islamic demonology focuses on the study of jinn and shayatin, evil spirits as described in the Quran and Hadith. The basic concept of Islamic demonology is that jinn are created from smokeless fire and exist alongside humans, with their own communities and free will to choose between good and evil. Shayatin, led by Iblis, Satan, are specifically evil jinn who seek to lead humans astray from the path of righteousness. Examples of Islamic demonology in practice include exorcisms, known as ruqyah, where religious scholars recite Quranic verses to expel harmful jinn from afflicted individuals. These rituals are believed to protect and heal those suffering from spiritual disturbances. Buddhist demonology. Buddhist demonology examines the role of demons and malevolent entities within Buddhist teachings and traditions. The basic concept in Buddhist demonology is that demons, such as Mara, symbolize obstacles to enlightenment. Mara, the Lord of Death, represents the temptations and distractions that lead individuals away from the path to spiritual awakening. These demons are not necessarily evil beings, but rather personifications of inner struggles, such as desire, fear, and ignorance. Examples of Buddhist demonology in practice include the story of Buddha's enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, where Mara attempted to thwart his spiritual progress through various temptations and threats. Monks and practitioners often use meditation, rituals, and recitations to overcome these symbolic demons, focusing on mindfulness and inner peace. Psychological demonology. Psychological demonology is a modern approach that interprets demons as symbols of inner psychological struggles and subconscious fears. This perspective emerged in the 20th century with the rise of psychoanalysis and depth psychology, particularly influenced by the work of Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. The basic concept of psychological demonology is that demons represent internal conflicts, repressed emotions, and destructive thoughts within the human psyche. Rather than being external supernatural beings, these demons are manifestations of one's inner turmoil and unresolved issues. Examples of psychological demonology can be found in therapeutic practices, where individuals confront their fears and anxieties. Occult demonology. Occult demonology is the study and practice of interacting with demons within the framework of occult traditions. This branch of demonology draws from various esoteric texts and grimoires, with roots tracing back to ancient and medieval mysticism. The basic concept of occult demonology is that demons are powerful supernatural beings that can be summoned, controlled, or communicated with through specific rituals, incantations, and symbols. Practitioners believe these entities can grant knowledge, power, and other benefits, although often at a significant cost. Examples of occult demonology include the use of grimoires like the Ars Goetia from the Lesser Key of Solomon, which details the names, hierarchies, and summoning rituals for various demons. Practitioners, often referred to as occultists or magicians, perform complex ceremonies to invoke these beings, seeking their assistance or knowledge. Zoroastrian demonology. Zoroastrian demonology is the study of demons and evil spirits within the ancient Persian religion of Zoroastrianism. This belief system dates back to the prophet Zoroaster or Zarathustra around the 6th century BCE. The basic concept of Zoroastrian demonology centers on the cosmic struggle between good and evil, personified by Ahura Mazda, the supreme god of good, and Angra Mainyu Ahriman, the destructive spirit of evil. Demons in Zoroastrianism, known as devas, are followers of Angra Mainyu and work to spread chaos, disease, and immorality. The dualism in Zoroastrianism is more pronounced than in many other religions. While many traditions have a concept of good versus evil, Zoroastrianism posits two almost equally powerful opposing forces. This contrasts with monotheistic religions like Christianity and Islam, where God is overwhelmingly more powerful than any demon or devil. In Zoroastrianism, the balance between Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu is a central theme, and the ultimate victory of good over evil is prophesied but not yet realized. Jewish demonology. Jewish demonology is the study of demons within Jewish tradition, drawing from ancient scriptures, folklore, and mystical writings. This body of knowledge has evolved over millennia, beginning with references in the Hebrew Bible and expanding through rabbinic literature and Kabbalistic texts. The basic concept of Jewish demonology revolves around the belief in malevolent beings created by God, often as a test or punishment for humanity. These demons can cause harm, illness, or lead people astray. They are not seen as independent forces but operate under divine permission. Prominent demons in Jewish lore include Lilith, a figure associated with night terrors and infant mortality, and Samael, often depicted as an angel of death. Examples of Jewish demonology in practice include protective rituals and amulets. For instance, some Jewish communities hang protective amulets inscribed with holy names or verses from the Torah to ward off evil spirits. The Talmud contains numerous references to demons and advises on ways to protect oneself, such as reciting specific prayers and blessings. African demonology. This has ancient roots, originating from diverse indigenous cultures across the African continent long before the influence of external religions like Christianity and Islam. The basic concept of African demonology varies among different cultures, but generally includes the belief in malevolent spirits that can cause harm, illness, and misfortune. These spirits might be manifestations of ancestral curses, vengeful ghosts, or beings from the spirit world. They are often seen as agents of chaos and destruction, requiring specific rituals and ceremonies to be appeased or warded off. Examples of African demonology can be found in the Yoruba religion, where malevolent spirits known as Ejogun are believed to bring about death, disease, and disaster. Traditional healers or shamans, often referred to as witch doctors, perform rituals to protect individuals from these harmful entities. In the Congo, the Ndoki are feared as witches or sorcerers who use dark magic to harm others. American demonology. American demonology encompasses the study and belief in demons within the context of American culture, blending indigenous folklore, colonial superstitions, and contemporary urban legends. It has evolved since the early colonial period, influenced by Native American spiritual beliefs, Puritan fears of witchcraft, and later, diverse immigrant traditions. These demons can be seen as spirits from indigenous traditions, like the Wendigo or skinwalkers, or as manifestations of early settlers' fears, such as the demons in Salem witch trials. Examples of American demonology include the infamous Salem witch trials, where fear of demonic influence led to widespread hysteria and persecution. In contemporary times, paranormal investigators and enthusiasts explore haunted locations, using tools like EMF meters and spirit boxes to detect and communicate with these entities. Medieval demonology. This is the study and classification of demons during the Middle Ages, primarily in Europe. It developed from early Christian writings and biblical texts, expanding significantly between the 12th and 17th centuries. According to this demonology, demons are fallen angels who rebelled against God and now seek to corrupt and harm humanity. Examples of medieval demonology in practice include the infamous witch hunts and inquisitions, where individuals accused of witchcraft were believed to be in league with demons. These trials often led to torture and executions, driven by fear of demonic influence.